March 5, 1941. The port of Tripoli is alive with noise, movement, and the pulse of a growing war machine. The German Africa Corps is arriving steadily, and everything suggests one thing: Rommel has entered the battlefield, and North Africa is about to change. This week, Rommel receives new troops, some physically on the ground, and some on paper. That's how complicated North African command politics are. Even though the situation in the sea and air hasn't changed much, the big events in Europe and the Mediterranean are shaping everything happening here. Rommel writes to his wife, "Everything is going well. There is so much to do. I can't leave for a single moment because everything depends on my presence and my speed." Speed is exactly what he focuses on. On March 5, Rommel inspects Italian tanks. The Italian L3 tankettes, light, fragile little boxes with machine guns, are practically useless. Operation Compass destroyed or captured most modern Italian armor, so Italy is now sending fresh M13/40 medium tanks into North Africa. These M13/40s are a huge improvement, 14 tons, a 47mm gun capable of piercing 30mm armor at 1,000 meters. But the British Matilda II has 70mm frontal armor, making it almost invincible from the front. Even worse, early M13/40s came with mechanical problems due to rushed production. Still, Rommel is grateful. He knows you fight with what you have, not what you wish for. Ariete Division begins deploying these tanks piece by piece. That evening, Rommel attends the screening of the German propaganda film Victory in the West. It glorifies the German victory in France, mixing real footage with staged scenes. Rommel enjoys it and says, "One day I hope we'll be screening Victory in Africa too." Meanwhile, Malta continues to suffer. Luftwaffe raids on March 5 and 7 are so destructive that British Air Vice Marshal Maynard is forced to withdraw his Sunderlands and Wellingtons. German air strength in Sicily and North Africa has doubled to nearly 440 aircraft. Malta's situation is becoming desperate. On March 6, more German units reached the front line. AA batteries of Flak Regiment 33. Recon elements. Half of Panzer Regiment 5's supply echelon. Rommel also meets General Forich, the Luftwaffe commander responsible for air support in Africa. Then on March 7, Rommel meets Italian Commander-in-Chief Garibaldi. Here comes an important twist. Rommel had already been using parts of the Italian Ariete Armored Division unofficially. Now Garibaldi officially places Ariete under Rommel's command. Rommel immediately orders Ariete to move east to guard his rear flank against any unexpected British maneuver. He also wants to capture the Maratha oasis further south. Garibaldi stops him, saying it's too risky without a larger operation. Rommel listens, politely, and then quietly continues his own planning. Between March 8 and 10, Rommel's offensive power jumps to a whole new level. Both battalions of Panzer Regiment 5 arrive in Tripoli, around 120 German tanks in total. British intelligence knows tanks are coming, but they do not know these are upgraded models. Additional face-hardened armor. Panzer III upgraded to 50mm guns. Long-barreled 50mm anti-tank guns. More deadly German 88mm anti-air/tank guns. British intelligence has not yet understood how dangerous these 88s really are. At the same time, events in Europe drag British attention away. Italy launches its spring offensive in Greece. British forces, ships, aircraft, everything possible, is being sent toward Greece. North Africa becomes a lower priority. The Mediterranean turns into a strange battlefield where both sides are too busy guarding convoys to seriously attack each other. British ships sink an Italian submarine near Egypt, but overall neither side can disrupt enemy supply lines effectively. On March 6, Winston Churchill issues the Battle of the Atlantic Directive. German U-boats sank 69 ships over 317,000 tons in February alone. Because of this, fewer reinforcements can go to Malta or North Africa. On March 11, the British High Command meets in Alexandria. Eden, Cunningham, Dill, Longmore, and Wavell discuss their strategy and reach a grim conclusion. There will be no major reinforcements for North Africa. They believe Rommel is not a serious threat. This is a massive miscalculation. One positive note for Britain is the U.S. passing the Lend-Lease Act, which will eventually provide massive supplies if the Atlantic U-boat threat can be controlled. On March 10 and 11, Rommel inspects engineered depots where Molotov cocktails are being prepared for anti-tank use. Then, ignoring Garibaldi's objections, he orders the occupation of the Maratha oasis anyway. Rommel's diary shows that German supply lines are safe, and the arrival of the German tanks has made a strong impression on Italian forces. The week closes with a clear message. North Africa may look like a sideshow to Europe. But Rommel does not see it that way. He has a single goal. Drive the British out of Benghazi, and then out of Africa entirely. The British, confidently thinking no threat exists, are completely unaware of the storm about to hit them.